Hey y'all, welcome back to the Unfiltered Convos podcast. And today we will be discussing the Housewives of Potomac episode that aired last night, Fool's Gold. And for me, this episode was all over the place. It was all about dinner scenes and lunch and whatever.
It was a
So
boring trip, a
it was
real
a
boring trip
boring
to
trip.
me.
It screamed low budget
And
to
like, come
me.
on, y'all in the Caribbeans.
Yeah, it was very low budget, but yeah. So I will rate this episode for me a 7 out of 10. It was not really that anything that exciting for me that happened, but what were your
No,
rating, right?
no highlights really. I'll give it a six. I'm gonna
Six.
give it a six. Yeah,
Okay. We
damn.
saw where we started from the first scene where it was a continuation from the mute challenge where they were discussing
The mutual.
Robin, were discussing the faces that Wendy and Candice was making, and she pretty much Wendy came over and asked like, "What's tea? What's happening?" And everybody else went on mute. I swore at one point, I swore to myself that Beyonce pulled up on the shores and pretty much starting performing and
Everybody on mute.
everybody on mute. And of course, Wendy pressed it, and then Robin, with her big chest, decided to speak out and say, "Well, this is what happened, and what was the fact that Giselle was talking about her daughter, and they're going to try to make everything seem like as if it was about the child, when really and truly we know it was not
Yeah,
really
it's
about the
not about
child."
Grace. It's not about. I feel
And
like
I
it's.
think they
I feel
know
like
it's
it's
not
not about
about
Grace.
Grace, but there's like they're just trying to find anything necessary to tear these persons down at this point.
I feel
Uh,
so.
yeah, Wendy says that she did not speak. She doesn't want to speak on Giselle's daughter because the last time when she came at the reunion, she pretty much called out saying that Wendy was looking at her daughter crook-eyed,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, and then of course Candice also said that she does not like Giselle, so she doesn't want to deal with anything that Giselle has to do, and rightfully so because Giselle and Robin does the same energy whenever Candice or Wendy is speaking. They pretty much do the same stares, the same looks, the
Mm-hmm.
same disengaged vibes. So I don't see what is the problem here now that they are doing it. So all of a sudden it's a problem. And because of this situation of a child was being discussed, you want to make it seem like, oh, it was just totally off. We don't call out the fact that Candice did wish
Yeah, she
Giselle
did say congratulations,
congratulations,
and
and
she
she did not
ignored
respond.
that.
Exactly. So
So
it's like double standard for me at this point. Like it was a pointless scene. I don't see why the hell you were in the scene talking about get the F out of here if they're going to speak about your child, and the fact that they came over
yeah,
is like all of a sudden you're on mute. Like, what are we doing here? You're a
with all that
50 something year
energy,
old. You're a 50 something year old woman. Speak with your chest and your
right? Because
neck.
they love to group up and like talk about stuff, draw their own conclude assumptions, and
Hmm.
say yes, it's this. But when it's ready to be addressed, like
Right.
talk
It was
about
it
it.
was just to me totally ridiculous at this point. We found the next scene we saw where it was Ashley's tacky birthday dinner. I think it was a Havana night theme.
With that
Um,
tacky outfit too.
with her as you, yeah, that outfit to me, as Candice rightfully said, it looks like a $2 hole. Um, I don't know why Ashley every time when it comes to her theme thing she dresses the same way. Like
Well, at
it's
this
no
point, it was a
variation.
reason why that event got canceled.
Yeah, and I
It
think
was
she should
for a
have,
reason.
and I'm
Should
assuming
have
that
just
would
let
be
it
the outfit
stay.
she was going to wear. And I think if the event got canceled, girl, you should have gone back and checked for another outfit to wear because that
Yeah,
outfit
I
was
probably
not
would have.
it.
I probably would have.
We saw where Candy, because the dinner was very boring and lackluster, so Karen had to find some reason to make the dinner entertaining. So she decided to bring up the
Mm-hmm.
issue between Candice and Robin. And of course, in the scene, we have Robin saying that what Candice wrote on Twitter about her is pretty much a defamation of her character. And at this point, Robin, you don't have any rightful character for anybody to defame it.
Right.
So
And
I
it's
don't
not
know.
defamation. She probably need to look up the definition, or I probably need to. I don't
It
know,
is
but I don't
not
think it
defamation,
is.
and previous times you did not mention it was defamation. So I don't know if you just learned the word yesterday in your
Yeah, like
dictionary.
yeah,
You're
where did
coming
this
now
come
all of a
from?
sudden. Yeah, you're coming now all of a sudden saying that it was defamation. I don't know if someone said it to her and she was like, you're right. And then she went back in the scene now to try to say this is what was it. But it's like, girl, that was
Probably,
not defamation.
or she probably just talking a bunch of bullshit so they to just get confused and not talk about her and season one. I
Yeah.
feel like that's what she doing, just to
She's like deflecting,
distract
yeah.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. She then says that she based on how everything turned out, she wished that she probably shouldn't have supported Candice and Chris in the
And
situation that
that's crazy for
Giselle.
her to say that.
Exactly. No, it just shows that did you really want to support this girl or were you just doing it to save face at this
No, she did
point?
not. She did not.
Giselle and Karen decided to have a little chitty chat at the pool where Giselle says that when she was invited to the sorry trip that Karen was holding, she reason why she did not want to go is because when Karen is around Wendy and Candice, she is a different person. And
I
I don't
don't believe that.
recall that was the reason before when she was saying why she wasn't going on the trip. So I don't know why all of a sudden now this is the reason why you're not going on the trip. Or it's just
Yeah, I felt
ridiculous.
like for this trip, what's her name? Giselle and Robin just came together and said, you know what, let's just use this for the storyline. Use Candace and Wendy for the storyline. We're going to start some drama with them
Yeah,
because I don't believe that Karen is like a different person around them when they're there. It's more
exactly.
like Giselle, a different person. She's like quiet and all of that when Robin is not there. But in
Exactly.
when it's the other way around,
And then
Karen is always herself.
the fact that
Karen is
everybody
always
at the
herself.
table was like agreeing with what Giselle was saying, and I'm like,
Yeah.
to me that was like totally foul. Like you guys can't think for yourself, like because Giselle says something that you guys all of a sudden now
Mm-hmm.
believes that that is the case. We then have the group lunch. This is the thing what I was talking about. A lot of lunches and dinners this episode. We had a group lunch where Karen decides to tell the ladies that she has hired a trainer, and the trainer is an ex NFL player called Vernon. And
Mm-hmm.
we find out that Ashley knows Vernon, and it seems that nothing happened between the two of them. But the way Ashley is acting all giddy like a schoolgirl, it
Yeah.
seems like Ashley wants something to happen between them at this point. Of course, they decide to bring up the fact that um why they kept on probing Ashley to find out what is
What's
this
going on? Yeah.
right.
What's the
She
situation between
decided
the
to
two of
run to
them?
the bathroom to go twinkle because she couldn't take the heat that was in the
Yeah, she
kitchen.
keep
So
leaving the scene every time they ask her about her. So like, what is
yeah.
really going on? Or is she's like just creating a storyline? Like this is something that Vernon doesn't know about. This is just all in her head.
Yeah. Then we saw where Karen at the table decided to bring up the thought that she and Giselle had at the pool. And of course, as I said, the ladies at the table agreed with what Giselle said, of course.
Hmm.
And Wendy then says that she doesn't believe that Karen acts differently. She just feels like
I
Karen holds
don't.
them accountable. And at this point, she does. Because what sense does this show make if everybody is ganging up on some set of person or this big divide? I know you're trying to recruit Karen to create this more divide in
Yeah,
the group, basically.
and they feel like it would be way more better if they had Karen on their side
Exactly, because they're trying to look
because,
at it this way.
yeah.
Right now, it is pretty much Giselle. I'm sorry. Right now, it's pretty much Wendy, Candice, and pretty much Karen, and Mia every now and
Hmm.
then flip flops.
Flip
But
flops.
the fact now, because they're not rocking with Wendy and Candice, they felt
Hmm.
like if they probably pull Karen now over to their side, it's more reason for why these two persons should not be on the
And they
show
already
because
got
no one
NECA over there,
right.
so.
So to me, I'm glad that Karen held her own and did not be swayed by Giselle and her tactics
Hmm.
that she normally brings every season. But I don't know, like it's getting old. I know there's nothing going on this season, so they keep on after repeating the same drama from episode 1 to now. We are
Hmm.
now in episode 500 or 52. I don't know at this point, but it is just getting tiring and old. And I think Karen herself as well is just tired of
Over it.
this. Yeah.
Yeah. But also in lighter news,
Hmm.
which was a valid question that Robin asked. I just hate to like agree with her, but she was asking why Karen got a trainer. Well,
That
someone
was
for a trainer who is not a trainer, I
that
guess.
was
He's
in the
not. Is
dinner
Vernon? I
scene.
guess Vernon is not a trainer. So
Yeah, yeah. But that was in the dinner
that's
scene where she was probing to find out more as to why would you hire someone who is an ex-NFL player,
why
not
would you?
actually a
Yeah,
fitness trainer. But I think
yeah.
at this point, Robin has nothing going for her. Her marriage is a flop, so she's not probably getting any sex. So she's more
Mm.
intrigued in this NFL player for her own. Remember,
What?
I remember one gave her that he has a fetish where he wants to see her do something with someone.
Yeah,
So who knows? Maybe she wants Vernon for herself.
probably,
And we
probably.
see the next scene, they split the group. One went shooting, one went tennis in the hot sun. And Giselle then was trying to recruit Kiana to their group by asking
Mm-hmm.
her, how does she feel being on the trip with the group? If Wendy, as I said anything, Robin then decides to ask if Wendy ever tried to tell her about everyone prior. Of course, she stood 10 toes down, said no.
But that's
Um,
crazy that Giselle is asking all of these questions
is
about
it crazy or
Wendy
is
and
it not
like
predictable
you're
at
not
this
friends with
point?
her. It is predictable, but it's kind of crazy. Why you don't like this girl? You said it out of your own mouth. You don't
So you
talk
don't like,
about her, this
yeah.
or that, but you're right there asking about her. So
It's
I
like
don't
I
get it.
think they're just trying to, first of all, to figure out
To
if
figure out
she's saying
Karina,
stuff about
yeah.
them, and then if they
Mm-hmm.
were, is like she wants to paint it to the audience, say, yeah, I am not the only one over here talking about these people. She's over here now
Mm-hmm.
swaying persons before meeting us to not rock with us because whatever the case might be. And I like that Kieran did not fall for it, and
Yeah.
it just pretty much gave them like a slap across their face for what they were trying to do, and it just did not work out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's then we have Big Bat Nekov who decided to walk over and then puff her chest out, acting all bad. And I'm like, girl, calm down. Like it's not that
Like,
serious.
relax.
As Kieran has said, like, girl, that pot is way
Stirred and when she
stirred
said
and
stirred
finished.
and
The
stewed
fact
and
that you're
left.
in the final episodes of the season and you're trying to make it seem like it's just something that just happened and you're getting all heated. You're supposedly met up for dinner to apologize. And you're sitting
Yeah.
down asking if this girl even apologized. Did you say to her if she apologized to me? What is she apologizing to you for at this point?
Yeah. And
You came
the
into the
issue is with
group.
Wendy.
You came into
Is
the group. You first, before you go into Wendy, you sat down with boring Robin at the table with her hair that looked like she needed to brush it out before she sat at the table. And you sat with her and you discussed to her about whatever Lebe decided to say that her and Wendy's mom said to you. And then you come back and then you're like, then basically you came back in a group setting again and bring up the situation for the first half of the season, which
mm-hmm.
made the season when moved on to a slow and boring and tacky start.
Slow and
Thanks to
burn.
you, Neka, you brought something to the season. You made the season very unwatchable. And then you decided to come and you said that if she apologized to you. I'm like, what did Wendy needs to apologize to you for? I think maybe the only thing that you maybe need an apology for is that the fact that she said that you were out in LA sniffing coke.
Yeah.
But
That's the only thing that I felt like was
yeah.
like maybe
But if
being
that
too
is what if she
much.
said that maybe in the scene, then it would have made more sense. But the fact that you're like, did you tell her that did you tell her she needs to apologize? I'm like, girl, calm down. Like you started the drama.
She was starting a
Yeah.
drama with Kiana, and I like Kiana. I
I
like
love her.
what's
I
her
wish
name?
they swap her out
Kiana,
next
that's her name,
season.
right? They probably should.
I wish at this point they swap her out. Giselle then asks Ashley how she really feels about Vernon because they just love the giddiness that she was given the last scene at the table. So of course she says that. Honestly, I don't remember what she said because
She said something
I didn't
about they
hear.
flirted a little
Yeah, I think
bit.
they met some place
Well,
with
that's crazy that she
Michael.
over there flirting with Vernon while she was being there married to Michael.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
right.
Okay.
That's crazy. I don't know if you caught that tea, but I did.
I caught it. So I don't know if Ashley caught it, but I caught it. We saw the more in-depth conversation that was taking place in the other group where Mia decides to ask Karen, Wendy, and Candice how they feel about Ashley's divorce. Mia says that
Hmm.
Ashley realized that the prenup has nothing, so she's basically sticking around for round two. She pretty much
I
called
agree.
Ashley a gold digger.
Agree. Gold digger.
And at this
And I mean, it
point,
takes
is
one
she
to know the
lying?
other too. She ain't lying, and it takes one to know the other.
Exactly. Is she lying at this point?
So
Like she is
she
a
is
gold
not
digger. She
lying.
is pretty much trying to see what gold she can get more out of it because she got nothing
Yeah.
in the first round. So
She
as
found out that she would not get any money for divorcing. That's why she's still sticking around.
exactly.
Clearly pay for the house, the car. He take cares of all of the two kids, right? And her.
Yeah.
He take care of all of them. So she don't work,
She don't
and I
work other
guess
than make clothing line with Gizelle.
and the checks from Bravo, they probably guess it goes into them ugly outfits that she be wearing. I don't know.
It goes
I
into
don't
probably her
know.
TikTok where she keeps on trying to
Oh
push on
my
us.
God. Mm,
Back at the
mm-mm.
villa, we saw where Ashley was talking on the phone with Michael. She was basically speaking to her kids. Michael was not on camera. And then when she told Michael that she was filming, he decided to turn off the camera. And then
Mhm,
then he decided to end the call. And then she said in her confession that he said that if she decides to put him on camera, or I'm
mhm.
assuming talk about him like that, he will sue her. And I knew this divorce was a sham from the get go. And I
Mm,
think this is why she has nothing going for her in these seasons because Michael
right.
was her only storyline. And the fact that he's now threatening to sue you if you discuss or bring him on camera,
Mm,
it shows that she really has nothing going on in her life. So it shows that this
nothing.
should be her definite last season on the show because nothing is going on for her.
Yeah. I
Then
mean, she ain't a housewife no more.
she's not a housewife no more. She's not even I don't even really know if she even really has a house, but because right practically it's Michael's house at this point.
Yeah, right. You gotta have a house to be a housewife,
Thank you.
right?
Then we see their head to dinner again. Wendy brings up the fact at the table because nothing going on for this trip, so they have to bring up drama. She brings up the fact that
Hmm.
Mia called Ashley a gold digger. Ashley was so taken back by Mia saying that, like, girl, why are you taken back by it? Did she lie?
Right.
Did she lie?
She did not lie. She
Okay,
probably hurt because her little friend, they thought they had her on their side.
exactly.
And she would probably wouldn't go to the ops and be saying all of that. That's crazy.
Right.
But I mean, you knowing Mia, she gonna just say whatever.
Mia,
Whatever
and that's
comes
the
to her
thing.
mouth.
Mia says that she did say that.
She did.
Mia then says she thinks that Ashley married Michael for his money. Of course, Ashley decided to turn the question back on Mia and ask her, did she marry
Hmm.
Gordon for his money? And she's like, she might have. Then we had Kierna chiming in and saying, but wait, you just said Mike Gordon didn't have any money.
The money, right? These
And
are
this is
all
where we
valid
see Mia
questions.
be lying. Then Mia also believes that Ashley needs to be more honest with herself. And at this point, I believe so
It's the
as
truth,
well.
though.
She needs to be more
It's the
honest with
truth.
herself and stop portraying this facade that you are getting a divorce or whatever it is.
She really ain't.
She really Ashley says that Michael contributes to her car loan that she's our car notes. And she also has a credit card that he said that she could use in
Yeah,
case of
even a credit
emergencies.
card too.
Girl,
Come on
girl, you're
now.
not going
Come
to
on now.
divorce. At this
Come
point, pack
on.
your bags and move back into that penthouse because I don't know what you're
At
trying to
this
portray to
point, it's
us.
probably a scheme between the two of them, I
That Todd
believe.
set up.
Allegedly, I don't know. For him not to be on camera, so he said, all right, let's get a second
Separate
house. You
house.
stay there. That's where you do filming and all of that. I
Hmm.
feel like that's it is. That's what it is. And I mean, she just gotta agree to it because he's the one who got some
Yeah.
money.
We saw where Robin then decides to bring up the fact again because nothing is going on. Robin is glad that the spotlight is not on her this trip.
Mm-hmm.
So she brings up the fact again that Karen has a trainer that is not a fitness trainer.
All right.
And I can see why Karen does not share her stuff with these girls because before they wanted the name of the trainer, she denied it the first time. And then she came back at
Mm-hmm.
the group and she told them that he's an ex NFL player. She even gave them a name. She even showed them a picture. And now you're throwing it in her face to make it seem like there's more to her hiring this guy, trying to portray the
Yeah.
same
Like,
narrative
why
that
are you
she's doing
not this
something.
tenacious to know the reason why one went to that hotel, went and paid for that
That
hotel
is the
for Miss
big
Mamas?
question. Why are we not
But
talking
you're so
about?
tenacious to know
Thank you.
all of that about Karen. Like, come on.
It's screaming like, girl, the energy that you're
Double
putting in,
standard.
Karen,
Yeah.
and whatever, you need to go into your bedroom, pick up the phone and find out where one is at right now
Right.
because You're here questioning Karen and her training, and if he is, doesn't she have heart problems? Why is she training and all sorts of foolish
Yeah,
questions? When you should be in your bedroom finding out if one is even where he's at right now.
right. Your roommate.
Your roommate, to see if he's at home. Is he in the room right now? But that was pretty much the episode. Next week we see where Jacqueline is back,
Yeah,
and I
Jacqueline's
would
back.
love to
What's her name?
see
Carice. Carice. What's her name?
Charisse.
Carice. Yeah, she had her
Sh- uh,
seafood boil,
yeah, and some drama will going down between.
and
I'm
she
assuming
lost it
she
all.
she already lost it, but she finally cracked. And so we'll see what next week comes with. I'm sure it's just we call it producers fluff. I'm sure it's going to be probably more likely a boring episode, but let's see if they
I
will
feel like it's
surprise
gonna
me.
be.
Yeah, let's see if they will surprise me. But I'm assuming this may be the episode next week. Episode will maybe be the episode before the actual finale, and then we
Okay.
finally can get into the reunion to see if it bring anything to the season. And yeah, but that was the episode for today, guys. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on the episode. Please remember to like, share, and also
And
subscribe to the
subscribe.
channel.
Yeah.
And we will see you next week as we'll discuss the Housewives of Potomac. Bye.